the gay frog that you were talking about?
No, this is not the atrazine gay frogs. By the way, you pull up major universities, folks, and I'm not against gay people. The point is that atrazine artificially demasculates men, it over-feminizes women, and causes cancer.
And where is that found? Where is the whatever you're saying?
Atrazine is basically in all of our tap water. It's in everything. We're just inundated in it.
So you believe
Don't believe me. Don't believe me. I was covering like 10 years ago a Berkeley study and then a South African study and a UT study going, wow, look, almost all the frogs don't now want females. They want to have sex with males who don't produce eggs, so that frogs are dying. And I said, it's making the frickin' frogs gay.
Well, hold on a second.
And now what? And then they go, sorry.
And then you get sued by a frog.
No, I want to say
And
this.
now I'm sued by a frog.
To your point, and this is what I fucking hoped would happen. I hope you would come on the show and we would find solid ground to stand on together, because we just talked about a study a couple weeks ago where male sexual activity was down.
Hold on a second. Apples and oranges, guy. What are you saying?
That's just Netflix.
What are you, Netflix and Fortnite? Man, what are you saying?
But still, we're not
saying the government puts chemicals in water that is turning people more feminine? Is that?
Well, here's the deal.
And with that,
there's a lot of plastics you can produce that don't have bisphenol A that's similar to atrazine.
Yep.
You notice, like, if you go to Target or wherever now, all the stuff's glass because mom's figured it out. Most plastics leach, but you can do a different process that it costs the same amount of money. They chose a plastic to be the unified standard in the West that causes breast cancer, that causes sterility. What's it called? Bisphenol A.
Okay.
BPA.
I have a
type in atrazine in frogs. You'll get German, Japanese, U.S. universities.
I have a more basic question, but I'm curious.
Basic ass.
Just for people who might like not really be into all this information, like who and why would people come after us as just people living life to attack us or to harm us or to put products in our lives that are killing us?
That's a great question. Why did Hitler do what he did?
Because so he could take over the world.
There's people that want power, and you know, here's the deal. If you can control humanity, there's no more wars. So the Carnegie Endowment, via the British Royal Institute of International Affairs, developed a plan in the 1860s, and then Carnegie got set up in the early 1900s to end war as we know it. But the answer is end men and women as we know it, end human competition as we know it. So it's an official world government plan to end the family, end humanity. Brave New World is not a fiction book. Huxley even wrote another book about how it wasn't fiction. He wrote it in 1932, how it was a total plan for what they're now doing. And so they call it the post-human era. They call it the end of the future. They call it
is this what leads to breakaway civilizations as well?
Full spectrum dominance.
Yeah.
So full spectrum dominance doesn't just mean land, sea, and air.
What is that?
If you can induce humans into an artificial system and then take control of the whole human biology and make it a corporate thing, you have now dominated civilization. You don't dominate people with tanks and armies and weapons. You seduce them into giving up their basic humanity, their rites of passage and everything so that you can be the god. It's like that famous photo of Zuckerberg walking a few years ago with all his employees wearing VR, but he's not. He's bipedal.
That's like Charles Manson too. He did the same thing. He gave all of his followers LSD, but never took it himself.
And he wanted to bring down civilization in a race war to end civilization, because his God was saying, you're going to be empowered if you can bring down civilization. And he was actually, it's come out of CIA mind control study, just like Theodore Kaczynski, the Unabomber, was in MK Ultra. That's actually LA Times.